Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the TD Business Solutions credit card. So I'll be going over the main features of this card, its pros as well as its drawbacks. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. But before we go ahead and dive into the main features of this card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. Okay, so diving right into the main features of the TD Business Solutions credit card. First off, we're going to be talking about cash back and how you can earn it with this card. So starting out, there is going to be a special introductory offer of 5% cash back on all of your transactions for the first 6 months, or up to $10,000 in spend. So if you reach the $10,000 in spend in total, you can get $500 in cash back from this special offer. And then on all transactions after that, whether it's after the 6 months or whether it's after the first $10,000 in spend, you will be earning 2% cash back, which all in all is also pretty good. Then on top of that, they're also going to be offering a spend bonus as well. So as long as you're able to spend at least $1,500 within the first 90 days of having this credit card, you will be receiving a spend bonus of $250. So if you're able to reach the $10,000 from the cash back before the 6 months are up, that's going to be $500 plus the additional $250 from your spend bonus. So in total, it's going to be like a spend bonus pretty much of $750, which all in all is pretty good. Now with this card, you're also going to be getting some other benefits as well. So just starting out, you will be receiving employee cards at no extra cost, and you can also set spend limits. So that's a pretty good benefit there, because with some other credit card companies out there, believe it or not, they do charge for employee authorized users cards of like right around $100 per card, which is pretty ridiculous, at least in my opinion. And then also you can set spend limits. So maybe you have 3 employee authorized user cards. Maybe for one employee, you want to give them a spend limit of, let's say, like $1,000, but another you want to give $5,000 and another you want to give $200. You definitely have access to give them that, and then you can adjust those limits over time. Then on top of that, you're also going to be receiving cell phone protection, so you can be reimbursed for stolen or damaged cell phone when you pay for your phone bill with this credit card. You're also going to be receiving emergency card replacement as well. You're also going to be receiving purchase security, so if an item you purchased using this card is stolen or damaged due to fire, vandalism, or accidentally discharged water, or certain weather conditions within the first 90 days, purchase security can replace, repair, or reimburse the eligible item. Furthermore, you're also going to be receiving extended warranty protection, which adds up to 1 additional year of coverage on select items that you purchase with this card. Moreover, you're also going to be receiving ID Navigator powered by Norton LifeLock, so that's going to be a pretty good benefit as well. Then on top of all of that, you're also going to be receiving some pretty good travel benefits as well. So just starting out, you're going to be receiving travel and emergency assistance services. You're also going to be receiving lost luggage reimbursement. So when you pay for your ticket with this card, you can be reimbursed for up to $3,000 for your checked or carry-on luggage if your luggage is lost due to theft or misdirection by your common carrier. And then finally, you're also going to be receiving car rental benefits as well, which is going to give you special savings, complimentary rental upgrades when available, and more from both Avis and Budget. So now that we went over the main features of this credit card at this point in time, we are going to go ahead and dive into the APR and fees, because of course it's also super important as well. So starting out, your purchase APR is either going to be 19.24, 24.24, or 29.24% based on your credit worthiness. Then as far as balance transfers go, it's going to be exactly the same, at least starting out as your purchase APR. So that's going to be either 19.24, 24.24, or 29.24% based on your credit worthiness. So obviously starting out, it's probably not going to make much sense to do a balance transfer. Maybe later down the line, they will offer you a 0% promo offer or something like that. But starting out, at least they are not. Then as far as cash advances go on this channel, we usually recommend to stay far away from cash advances. This, of course, should not be considered financial advice, just my own personal reasons. Usually with them, you have a very high interest rate, plus you have to pay a lot of fees as well. But if you do decide to take out a cash advance with this card, just know that your APR on them is going to be a whopping 30.24%. plus a lot of fees as well, which we are going to go ahead and dive into right now. So as far as the fees go, on your cash advance, you're going to have a fee of either $10 or 5% of the amount of each cash advance, whichever happens to be greater. Then as far as balance transfers go, even though starting out it's not going to make much sense to do a balance transfer, if later down the line they do offer you a 0% promo offer for, let's say, like 12, 15, or 18 months, it's still not going to be completely free though, because you're still going to have a balance transfer fee of either $5 or 3% of the amount of each balance transfer, whichever happens to be greater. Then unfortunately with this credit card, if you do happen to travel abroad and use it, you're going to be getting hit with a foreign transaction fee of 3%. So this is a card you'll probably want to leave back at home if you do happen to travel abroad. Then on top of that, you're also going to have a late payment fee of up to $40. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you are paying on time, whether that's setting up auto pay, marking your calendars, do whatever you have to do, make sure that you are paying on time. That way you can avoid that late payment fee. Then you're also going to be getting a return payment fee of $39 as well, something you'll also want to avoid. And then finally, as far as the annual fee goes, thankfully with this credit card, there are no annual fees. So it's definitely a keeper card. It's a credit card you can keep on a year-to-year basis. And you don't have to sit around and evaluate every single year, like, is this card worth keeping? Is paying like $100 or $200 for this card worthwhile for the benefits that I'm getting back in return? Because you're not paying a single dime for it anyways. So now that we went over the main features of this card as well as the APR and fees, at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and dive into what I will consider to be the best things about this card and the worst things about this card. So we're going to start out with the positive. The first good thing, of course, is the fact that you're going to be receiving 5% cash back with this card for the first 6 months, or on up to the first $10,000 in spend, or $500 in cash back. Secondly, you're also going to be getting the $250 spend bonus as long as you're able to spend the $1,500 within the first 90 days. So in total, between those two, it's going to be $750 in cash back, plus 2% cash back after that 6-month or $10,000 spend period, or you're going to be getting 2% cash back, which is going to be beating most other credit cards out there on the market, where the average might be right around 1.5%. And then finally, with this credit card, there's also no annual fee, so that's a pretty good benefit as well. So those are the good things about this credit card. As far as the drawbacks go, if I want to be super picky, I could say that this credit card doesn't have any extra special categories. So 2% cash back across the board, that's great, but it would be great maybe if they gave like 3% cash back on gas, travel, office expenses, or something like that. But 2% all in all is pretty good. Also, this credit card does have a 3% foreign transaction fee. That's a pretty big drawback, because if you do happen to travel internationally and maybe do business there, this is a card you'll probably want to leave back at home and instead use one by like Capital One, or a travel credit card that does not have any foreign transaction fees. And then also, they're not offering like any extra credits. They don't have like an Uber credit where you can get like $10 back per month on Uber or office supply expenses or anything like that. Again, that's me being super picky. This credit card does not have an annual fee. So most other credit cards out there that do not have an annual fee, they're also not offering these credits. So all in all, just to sum things up here, this is a credit card I would definitely recommend. Aside from the foreign transaction fee, the fact that you do not have an annual fee, the fact that you can earn 5% cash back for the first 6 months with this credit card, or $10,000 in spend, plus the $250 that you can earn for the spend bonus, plus the 2% cash back across the board, you're definitely going to be coming out pretty well with this credit card. It is a card I would recommend, but at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you, your business, and your personal situation and your decision. But that's all we have for this review. I certainly hope you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.